John Rule, it's the 28th of
December.
December 2000,
The year is nearly gone.
2015.
2015.
Let's see this nice bird. Tell me about this bird.
Ah, that's one of our ground-loving woodpeckers, one of the few ground-loving woodpeckers.
And it's called
A flicker.
okay.
It's yellow shafted.
Okay, we'll see it in the second take. We'll see a few more pictures
Oh,
of
good.
it. This,
They're a beautiful bird.
this is the,
Oh, Lordy.
notice there's, the trail's underwater, basically.
Oh, that's terrible.
And that pipe is at risk. And you really can't see, that water's so high there.
No, it's already dropped.
Well, we'll get back to that subject in a minute. Here we are in another neighborhood that's flooded, and that water that's going into that neighborhood goes into this little pond. You see how close, well, that's a normal, pond's not really full. If it really rained more last night, some of it got in those buildings. And this comes off the Partners land, Partners for Better Housing, straight back in the back of this.
Uh-huh.
Those woods.
Yeah.
Well, when they clear a lot of that and all, we don't know how bad the flooding's gonna be because it's slightly higher than this. And all its water comes down here in this little culvert. Well, they'll put a new pipe in there, of course, but that'll only make it drain faster somewhere. But that EOA Head Start building is on
Oh,
this
boy.
property.
Yeah.
And it's certainly at risk. It's been flooded several times. I've gone over there over the last 20 years and found that they were sweeping out the muddy water.
No, brother.
And that's where the playground is in the back. And these woods should be protected like they are because they keep it from flooding worse.
Right.
There's really no sure way of making the problem any less for this piece of property. But that's true all over the city. I mean, things are cleared and see, it's the Head Start, Aubrey M. Conley Head Start Center.
It's just bad, and things are going to stay extreme for quite a long time, I imagine.
This is just the little alleyway between people's yards, and it's not even a developed alley. And you see how much water's coming out and spreading there. And this is 1 block away on that same Clinton Street. And you can see how muddy the water coming down this street looks pretty muddy. There's yellow in there.
Right.
This is up on the part of the West Fork, the town branch of the West Fork of the White River.
Town branch.
And this is the one that's, I don't know, it's just called, not City Lake Road, but anyway, it's a road that goes south from 15th Street.
It's almost looked like South Arkansas.
Well, yeah. And this is on Ray Avenue, which is not far from there. And this is looking down there. Some land on the end of Ray Avenue there has been rezoned for housing. And I can't figure out a place down there that's not in the floodplain where they could build any more buildings than they've already got down there. That's an old junkyard back there.
Oh, Lordy.
And this zoomed, I doing this out my car window and wiping the camera off. It was so raining all the time. Helen Street and Ray Avenue, that's where you find that neighborhood. Now this is Dead Horse Mountain Road, or whatever they call the road. And there's where it goes over in the bridge. Bridge is all underwater. I think one of these pictures you'll be able to see, I'm not sure I got it in here, but anyway, you can see a van had been abandoned by the owners out there in the middle. I hope they didn't wash away, but if you get in there deep enough you can't back out, you might not be able to get out. That's the thing of trying to drive through water. And that's that same general area of the West Fork of the White River in flood stage. And it's quite nice. And here we are now back downtown Fayetteville. And you can see, I think by the time, these pictures, you see the water now is up closer to the end of the fence
And
there.
it's been higher than that.
Yes, it's been higher than that.
Yeah.
And you can see the pipe there was at risk.
Yeah, I do.
This was
The
on,
sewage pipe.
yeah, this is Sunday afternoon, and you can see the water's coming around that fence right on down there.
Just yesterday.
And probably 2 or 3 times over the weekend, it got up much higher than this, totally blocked. You don't want to go on one of these trails under there.
No, you don't.
You need a very sturdy boat if you want to cross under there. Till next time, see ya.
Oh, yes, indeed.
John Rule, let's see some more of that
Here we
flicker.
are, that water,
And this-
that's tremendous
The flood of,
flood. We need to save the water we can, if we can.
it's the Christmas flood of 2000.
Oh, wow. More flicker. A beautiful yellow shafted flicker, and you can see the yellow
In the
its
tail down there.
tails.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and in the breast there's some yellow, almost yellow.
He's on
Now you can see yellow more. This one was very interested, and that's a crop picture, I believe, to get it that close. But that was lucky because, you know, they can be really
a friendly.
friendly, and then they can hide from you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Oh, that's a beautiful highlighting of the tail of a,
whatever it was, chickadee or what was the other one?
tufted titmouse.
Yeah, we had some of those, but I didn't get them all named on there right.
Right.
Okay, this is a man on
I
Monday
see.
morning,
Yeah.
about 11 o'clock before lunch, and these guys had been working. You can see all these logs have been moved
Right.
up on the
I see
shoreline in the
them.
background, and some things on this side. But the point is, in those pictures we saw in the first take, those things there were just hidden underwater and kind of swooping along, and you couldn't see how much was under there.
Right.
But I knew when I reported to the police department last night that there was a great danger of this pipe being broken open.
Broken completely.
And sending sewage to be
Right,
released.
spewing in pollution everywhere.
And these guys are trying to get this tool, what do you call a hook?
Right, the grappling hook,
Yes, out to where the
Right.
machine can reach it and
where
start
they could
working.
pull
Yeah.
some of the debris out.
And this guy, he's pretty amazing. Not many individuals I know
No, I don't
would
think
walk
I'd-
that pipe,
don't think
especially
I'd
in the
do it.
cold of winter, and and so forth. It's flood stage. But yeah, there's the thing
Grappling
hanging.
hook hanging down
Uh-huh.
under him there.
And what he's doing, when that thing
He's
comes
hooking it
out,
up.
he'll hook it up so they can pull things out.
Right.
And they'd already done a lot of it. But Louise Mann is the one that called me after she saw my video of that flooding situation and how that stuff was on that pipe. She said, well, you ought to call the police about it. Well, I said, they can't do anything about it tonight. But
No.
we did call, and they did get out there by 9 o'clock this morning and work on it a lot while I was still.
Well, it's clear that we
Oh.
need to keep the water as clean as we can before it goes into these drain areas, and we need to keep it unpolluted if we can.
Well, they'd also cleared this area because there was stuff down on that
Right.
side of the bridge too. You can see it's where this is on South School is just south of the pawn shop. And it's really a scary situation. Well, you can see that water, if you were standing right here
Right.
and looking up there yesterday, your nose might have been underwater. Certainly
I
you're
would
up
ima- I
neck
would
deep
imagine.
on.
Oh my,
This
there's
is-
that vacuum cleaner.
Somebody throws something that's not really hard to send to the city dump or, with the city pick up and stuff. They just throw stuff in the creek. So, and then a lot of things are, well, now, one thing, notice the water has been much higher than this. See
Yeah.
how all this grass is
Right.
leaning toward us? It was going downhill. Well, it had water running off the edges and along the creek was up out of the brine. Okay, the pipe now, they've abandoned it for the afternoon at least. I'm sure there's more work to be done. The machine's sitting up there, but
Yeah.
it's
Right.
safe at the
The
moment.
machine, right.
They got that off there. Getting all these out is still a job. You can see over on the bank, some of the big ones. So they did a lot of work, those three men in that one big
Must
machine.
have.
And
There's-
some,
some kind of blue debris in that piece of wreckage
yeah,
there.
I think it's part of a cooler or something plastic. Uh-huh. But please help us get people to stop dumping all this stuff. You can see.
Well,
This is just part of what was the
Right.
Till next time, John, do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure,
do that, folks, please,
and the woods green.
for all of us.
See you.